Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So I wanted to perhaps conclude the sessions on Srimati Radharani by having a look at Varsanadam today. So we want to seek the blessings of Radha Madhava, Radha Shyam, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Nrsingadev, Bhagavan, Gaunita, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. Thank you so much for joining. So Varsanadam is very special. Raval was where Radharani appeared, but Varsana was where she spent her childhood with King in the palace of King Vrishabhanu. So in Varsana, we especially pray for the dust of lotus feet of Sri Radha and her devotees. We should pray to be able to overcome egoistic contaminations and overcome superficiality, artificiality that is born of false ego. In that we can genuinely and earnestly and honestly pray to be the servant of the servant of the servant of the Vaishnavas. That gentle and sincere desire will attract the mercy of Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar. This should be the mood and prayer at Vrasanadham. Krishna steals our hearts, but Srimati Radharani steals the hearts of even Hari. This is her speciality. She captures Krishna. So she is Hare. And Varsana is the abode of Sri Radha, where she performs her childhood pastimes in the courtyard of Vrishabhanu and Kirtida. So where is Varsana? So there you go. Varsana is in Brajbhumi, which is a tract of land. This doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. This is Varanasi. That's why it doesn't look right. Varsana is somewhere around here. Let's just see if, there you go. Delhi, south of Delhi, by about 200 kilometers, we come to Mathura, Vrindavan, and from Mathura to Varsana is probably about 30 kilometers or so. Just like a lotus flower has a whorl and 8 petals, similarly, Varsana is the whorl of the lotus. So it's a center. It's a centerpiece. And the abode of Srimati Radharani and around Varsana are the villages of all her 8 Sakhis. So I'm thinking next we can try to have a look at the different Sakhis from maybe tomorrow or Monday onwards, because just before and after Radhastami, these Sakhis appear in this world. So they're now very young. Their birthday is just gone. So it would be nice to remember them. These eight Sakhis are glorified as Asta Sakhis, and they're known as Lalita, Vishakha, Chittalekha, Champakalata, Tungavidya, Indulekha, Rangadevi, and Sudevi. So these are very important gopis who are close to Radha and Krishna. They please Radha and Krishna. They unite Radha and Krishna. They perform pastimes which enhance the enjoyment of the divine couple. And this is the lotus. The whorl is in the middle. And then we have the different petals around. So Varsana is described to be in the middle. And the Sakhis, villages, are spread around Varsana like a lotus. So this is beautiful deities in Mayapur, the Radha Madhav in the center. Then we have Lalita and Vishakha. And then we have the different gopis. Indulekha, Rangadevi, Sudevi. We have Champakalata, Kshetramanjali, and Tunga Vidya. So every day these deities are dressed specially um, in nice outfits. Okay, this is Lord Brahma in Varsana. Lord Brahma is in charge of the creation of this universe. According to Varaha Purana and Padma Purana, he performed tapasya for 60,000 years, praying to Krishna to allow him to serve the Lord in such a way that the dust of the feet of not only the Lord, but of all his devotees, especially Srimati Radharani, would always be upon his head. Krishna benedicted Brahma to become a mountain in the Varsana Dham. So in Varsana, there are two hills. One of the hills is Lord Brahma. He's extended himself to become a hill or a mountain. Varsana, also known as Vrishabhanupur, is a glorious birthplace of Lord Krishna's beloved Gopi, Srimati Radharani, and is located 25 miles away from Mathura in Uttar Pradesh.
Oh, Prabhuji,
Yes,
I thought she was born in Raval.
she is. What did we say here?
It says here.
Yeah. No, it's actually not the birthplace. It's the place where she does her childhood pastimes. Got that bit wrong, yeah. Well spotted, thank you. So Brahma Hill and Vishnu Hill, these are the two hills. We'll see them when we are at the top of, you see the other hill and when you're on the top of Varsana. So Brahma appears as a mountain comprising of two hills, adjacent to each other, referred to as Brahma Hill, white-colored, and Vishnu Hill, black-colored. The village of Varsana is situated around the two hills. There are four peaks of this mountain in Varsana. They are actually the four heads of Lord Brahma, as follows. So these are different places in Varsana. Bhanughar, the peak where Vrishabhanu Palace has its palace, Vrishabhanu Maharaj has his palace. Manghar, the esoteric mountain peak where Srimati Radharani would go into seclusion when she wanted to please Krishna through her pastimes of anger. Danghar, the peak where pastimes of charity and tax collection are performed. Vilaskar, where Radha Krishna performed innumerable playful pastimes. Vilaskar is on Vishnu Hill, the others are on Brahma Hill. So this is Vrishabhanu's palace. It's a really glorious set of buildings there. This is inside the palace. So the altar is just there. Now they allow you to take photos of the altar. This is Radha Krishna deities. On Bhanughar is the famous temple of Shriji, Ladli Lal, the beloved ones, which was originally established by Brajanath some 5,000 years ago, but were lost later on. A great devotee called Narayan Bhatt Goswami discovered the deities close by and installed them here in a gorgeous newly built temple by Maharana Raj Singh. When this temple was built, the day before the inauguration, Srimati Radharani appeared to the king in a dream and told him, "The place where the little temple is situated, that is my home, not this." Therefore, the king built another big temple where the little temple was. Different sets of deities were installed in this temple and were named Radha Kushal Bihari. So this is Radha Kushal Bihari. We don't often see this part of the Varsana because we always there short time, never enough time. So this is another set of deities. There were Shubhanu, Kirtida, Sridham, and Shri Radhika. Sridham is the brother of Radharani. The Lord Brahma.
Sorry, Prabhuji, can you go back? Is there four
Yeah.
statue?
Yeah, there's one here.
Yeah.
But it's a little hard to make out.
Thank
Looks
you.
like two actually. But, yeah.
And there is one question. If Radha and Krishna were so close and loving each other and pure, but why she got married to a other person?
Yeah. See, they don't actually need to. Radha and Krishna are one. But in order to have Leela, they're separate. So actually, they're one anyway. They're both supreme. But when they want to perform, but on your own, how much fun are you going to have? Even as God, how much fun are you going to have on your own? It's boring. But when there's two, or when there's lots, you can have fun. So that's why, for the purpose of Leela, they're separate. But Krishna is regarded to be like the sun, and the Radha is the sunshine. You can't separate the sunshine from the sun. It doesn't have any meaning. If you have just the sun and there's no sunshine, it's no meaning.
So two bodies and one
Two
soul.
bodies, but one personality, one soul, one supreme soul, if you like. And why do they get married? Why do they not get married? Sorry. Because they don't need to. They already are one. However, somebody gets married to Radharani, and the reason why that happens, and just because they're married, it doesn't mean they actually have any marital relationship. There's no marital relationship between Abhimanyu and Radharani, but that relationship is there to increase the Leela that Radha and Krishna enjoy. That's why. So that relationship, he's like a puppet, if you like. He's just like a puppet. Somebody who's there to increase the sort of pastimes that Radha and Krishna perform. That's all. And this is a very unique. It's very hard to understand as well. And many people say, "Oh, Krishna, he's got no morals. Ramachandra, he was married. He had a wife, Sita, and Krishna, he had so many girlfriends. He's so immoral." But they don't understand that actually the the highest realization of Godhead is Krishna, especially in his vigraha um, as a 16-year-old boy. That is the ultimate form of Krishna, and that is the highest form, even higher than Ramachandra's, even higher. Just because he may have had relationships with so many devotees, it doesn't make him immoral. It makes him ever loving. It makes him willing to have pastimes with his devotees. He extends himself. His reputation may go down, but he doesn't care because he only cares for his devotees. This is the beauty of Krishna. He cares not for himself. He didn't care in the Kurukshetra battle if people called him a coward, right? Or if they said, "Oh, he broke his vow." He didn't. He said he would not pick up a weapon, but he picked up a weapon to kill Bhishma. So he broke his vow. Krishna said, "Doesn't matter. I don't care what people think about me. I want to fulfill the um, um, the desire of my devotee, Bhishma. He wants to see me fight him. I will fight him. So moral principles do not limit the ordinary moral principles, so-called moral principles, do not stop Lord Krishna from interacting with his devotees. This is how much he loves his devotees. He's happy for his reputation to be destroyed for the sake of his devotee. He told Yudhishthira to lie, right? Lie. Ashwatthama is dead. You have to lie. And Yudhishthira Maharaj was fighting with Krishna, saying, I don't want to lie. I am known as Dharamraj. My word is my bond. Doesn't matter. You have to lie. So the Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna, the absolute truth, tells his devotee to lie. Does that mean the Lord is wrong? Does it mean he's immoral? No, it doesn't. What it means is that the Lord will do anything for his devotees, anything. And if the Lord tells you to lie, you lie. Because whatever the Lord tells you is the absolute truth, cannot be a lie. So, but it might appear to be a lie, and therefore Krishna's reputation might become that of a liar. He was known as Makhan, he used to steal butter from his neighbors' homes. His mother made the best makhan, yet he would steal butter from the neighbors. Does that make him a thief? No, he's not a thief. Everything belongs to him anyway. How can you steal something that belongs to you anyway? So, in all these contradictions, there's one underlying fact, which is Krishna loves his devotees more than himself. He's willing to sell himself. He's willing to give himself a bad reputation because he loves his devotees so much. So this is why he's Krishna. Does that make sense, Madhuven? Sorry, I went on a bit.
Not much, still I'm
Not much.
Basically,
the Lord will do anything for his devotee.
It's difficult to understand somewhere.
It is, of course.
Yeah.
Krishna is very hard to understand. He doesn't walk straight like Ram. Ram walked straight. Krishna walked with a stupor.
Yeah.
He would say one thing, but he would mean something else. Ramachandra, he would say one thing and he meant it. But Krishna, he says one thing, but he actually means something totally different. Of course, he's not easy to understand. No one can understand Krishna.
So what difference between Srinathji and Krishna?
No difference. Srinathji is the form of Krishna which holds up the Govardhan hill. No difference. It's the very ecstatic form of Krishna, because when he was holding Govardhan, he was in ecstasy. He was lapping it up because for the first time, for 7 whole days and nights, he was able to look at his devotees, especially Radharani, without anybody.
So Srinathji is a Bal Swarup, isn't it?
Yeah. 7 years old.
7 years old, yeah.
He loved that pastime.
Is it the one that lived at the Govardhan Hill?
Yes. Srinathji.
Really,
That's right. When we went to Nathwara, oh no, you weren't there. We saw the magnificent form of. You've been to Nathwara?
Yes, before.
Okay.
Long time.
There is the and that deity of Srinathji was discovered by Madhavendra Puri in Vrindavan. Yeah. Okay.
But Srinathji's dress is different and Krishna's dress is different. Is
Only because the devotees are dressing him according to their mood.
oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. But it's the one and the same person.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, Durvasa. Okay. Across the road from Shriji Temple is a beautiful pond called Pili Pokar. Pili means yellow. So, one time Durvasa Muni, and this is Durvasa Muni, fierce looking personality, he's a partial incarnation of Shiva. One time Durvasa Muni came to Varsana and Radha cooked sweet rice for him. Pleased him very much. You can just imagine what she cooked. So then Radha cooked for Krishna every day. So once Yashoda Mai had a strong desire to marry Krishna to Radha and thus applied turmeric paste to Radha's hands, accepting her as a bride. Actually, what happened, Durvasa Muni blessed Radharani that your food is always going to be nectar. Tastes like nectar. And whoever eats it will always have good health. And when Yashoda Mai found out about that, she would invite Radharani to cook for Krishna every day. And she would come. And Radharani was so happy to cook for Krishna because she loved Krishna. And Yashoda Mai became very attached to Radharani. So she wanted Radharani to marry Krishna. So she put turmeric paste on Radharani's hand, accepting her as a bride. Radharani was shocked, as the parents didn't know. Radha came to this kund, Pili Pokar, or at that time probably just called Pokar, and washed her hands out of shyness in this pond. Consequently, the color of that water there turned golden yellow. So this is the pastime. Pili Pokar. There it is. It's now greenish. Although all were happy, Purnamasi knew that this was not the rasa to be enjoyed by the divine couple. So they weren't meant to be married. Yes, Parveen.
Prabhuji. So
Hare
are you saying when Rukmani put this turmeric on Radharani?
It's Yashoda. Yashoda.
So, oh yeah, Yasoda. But why she went to the lake and washed her hands?
Oh, because she was very shy, you know. She didn't, nobody knew. Vashabhanu, Kirtida, nobody knew that, that,
Yasoda.
yeah,
Yes.
wanted her to marry Krishna. So out of shyness.
All right.
Out of shyness.
All right. Hare Krishna,
And
Prabhuji.
although she was married already, isn't she?
She might, no, she probably wasn't at that time.
Oh, okay.
Only I think they loved each other. That's all, isn't it? They liked each other.
They loved each other. Yeah, they're Radha Krishna. They're together.
All right. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Man Mandir. Man Mandir. Man means anger. So this is the steps to Man Mandir. The deities there. Shri Radha Man Bihari Lal. On Man Ghar is the Man Mandir, where Radha would go in seclusion in her transcendental loving anger towards Krishna. So when she got angry, she would go to this mandir. And Krishna would plead with her. He would weep and cry like a beggar to gain the favor of his beloved Radharani. Now remember, this is the supreme personality of Godhead. He controls everything. Nobody can be higher than the Supreme Lord. Yet, Radha is making him cry. This is the glory of Radharani. So powerful. Within the temple, there is a small tunnel leading to a dark chamber where Radha would go and sit. Once Krishna complimented Radha that she has a beautiful face of a full moon night. Nice compliment, huh? Radha transcendentally became very angry with Krishna. This added to the Krishna's ecstasy. When she gets angry, he becomes especially ecstatic, especially happy. Normally he is worshipped and respected, but to be treated like this by Radha gave him immense joy. Only in Braj is Krishna chastised purely. Why did she get angry? Because the moon, sometimes the moon has some black spots, right? So when Krishna compares her to the full moon, she's thinking, what are you trying to say? That I've got some spots on my face? Some black spots? She gets angry. Even though Krishna meant it as a compliment. So this is a beautiful peacock. More kutir. So this is another area around Vrasana, more kutir. And this is a really special picture. Painting Radha and Krishna dancing like peacocks. So Krishna tried to pacify Radha. So he turned into a peacock and he danced so nicely that Radha turned into a peahen and danced with him. This dancing took place at Mokutir, which is down the hill from Mangar Mandir. This painting was done by a great soul, this painting here. A blind devotee was blessed to see by Radha, provided he painted the pastime to show the whole world. In this way, Radha, although knowing that Krishna was disguised as a peacock, became very pleased with him. And in this way, the divine couple enjoyed their sweet pastimes. Sankari Kaur. This is the very narrow passageway at the junction of Brahma Hill and Vishnu Hill. Radha and her friends once planned to take lots of foodstuffs for a yajna. Of course, that's an excuse to meet Krishna. Krishna and his cowherd boys dressed up as tax collectors. So this is a daily pastime that takes place. Tax collecting. And blocked the way of Radharani and her Sakhis with their sticks here. And asked for yogurt, butter and ghee as tax for passing through Sankari Kaur. So every day they would do this pastime. And they'd forget that the previous day they did a similar pastime. But every pastime is unique and different. Krishna would stand very arrogantly, asking for tax. And Radharani and the Sakhis would protest. Who the hell are you? Following on from this, the gopis took revenge when the Sakhas were tied up and Radha reversed the roles. So Radharani became the tax collector. Another pastime took place where a Brahmin asked Krishna for help to pay dowry for his daughter's wedding. So Rupa and Raghunath Goswami have written 2 books on these tax collection Dan Kelly pastimes. So this is Radha Krishna. This is Dan Bihari. This is where they reverse the roles. So Krishna, Radharani dresses Krishna and Krishna dresses Radha. So this is Vilas Gra. Means enjoying pastimes, and Gra means a private place. Where Radharani during her young age was playing with her gopi friends, Krishna arrived there. He was so much mesmerized by the beauty of Radharani that he continuously stared at her. On noticing Krishna staring at her, Radha warned him not to come closer to her. Suddenly then a huge storm started blowing, which created the clouds of dust everywhere. Taking it as advantage, Krishna came close to Radharani and embraced her. The place where this pastime took place has been commemorated with the temple of Vilas, Bihar. All right. Any questions, any comments? This is a synopsis of Varnas Vasana.
Prabhu, that picture where Radha was dressed as Krishna
Mm-hmm.
and Krishna was dressed as Radha.
Yeah.
Can you go back? Yeah, I want to see that picture.
Yes, this is a
So
classic.
Krishna was dressed as Radharani here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's wearing bangles and all.
Yeah.
And who is secret Radharani?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Very interesting. Yeah,
Pra-
beautiful.
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I wanted to mention you something else also. Like yesterday, we were talking about the pitambar. Yeah, I found out the pitambar is a scarf.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because it's not. It can't be dhoti. It's just pitambar, which
That's what we were saying.
like
Yeah.
ordinary, you know.
Right.
And then Radharani also wears it, and she always liked it. So I say I make clear about it, because yesterday I was thinking what it could be, and then I realized it. So it is the scarf which Krishna is wearing.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's
what we
called,
said.
yeah, pitambar.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Prabhu, also that pastime of tax collection, where was it? Where did it take place?
It's in a narrow place in Govardhan. It's in several places. Actually, in Govardhan. In Govardhan. Yeah. There's a few places that these pastimes would take place. This is the one. It's a very narrow and entrance, so that you can't escape once you're in. Yeah. And in Govardhan, there's a few.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
No, પ્રભુજી જ્યારે વ્રજ યાત્રામાં માણસો જાય છે ત્યારે આ બધા પ્લેસ ને કવર કરે છે ને.
They can do, depending on time. All of these places take a little time to visit. But
Because I've been there, but I didn't cover all of them.
Yeah. There's a lot of places to cover when you go to Braj.
I'm interested in the future to do Braj Yatra.
Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at. 1 year to do a 7-day. You know what normally they would do in a month, we can do in 7 days in a car.
In a car, yeah. Somebody told me that when we were in Vrindavan, we can do that in the car.
That's correct.
That's what we did. We didn't walk all the way.
Yeah. So maybe next December we might try to do that. Let's see. But yeah, so it's in Naniban, I agree. That's what we want to do as well.
And if you want to go that yatra, you have to all the way you have to remove your shoes, the chappal, everything. Yeah?
It's very flexible.
Oh, okay.
If you want to, you can. But if you can't for whatever reason, it's okay.
But I think in Vrindavan, some place, we can't wear a chappal or anything. When a long time ago I've been there, and they say
many places. Yeah, many places. But now it's also built up nicely in many places where, you know, you can go safely without shoes.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Even Prabhuji, I have heard that when they are doing the parikrama, they don't wear the slippers.
No,
Yeah,
same thing I asked.
ideally not, but you know, what to do if your feet are delicate, what to do? You just
Oh, I
put
see.
them
All
on.
right. Now that's different. Yeah.
We have
But
to be practical.
yeah, one of my family, I can't say family friend, just the radio presenter, which I hear always on the radio, and she was telling that when we went to do the parikrama of this, the is it Govardhan?
Govardhan, yeah.
Yeah. And they said that we were not wearing slippers. We did. She said we were sleeping in the daytime, but we did walk all the time without slippers.
Yeah, we
And,
also walk without slippers,
and
but you have to be practical.
Yeah, and the way she was telling me, she said it was really hard, but
Very hard.
about 30 years ago, not now, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
She went with her father.
Mm.
So it's nice 2 years.
Mm.
Sometimes, well, I have never been, but when somebody talking about their jatras experience, is always nice to hear.
Mm.
I mean, the way we are talking now is so good.
Mm. Very true. Very true.
Very true. Anyway, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much. Okay, Srimati Radharani ki jai, Varsana Dham ki jai.